For they that are in the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. So they that are not in the flesh, so that they that are in the flesh cannot please God. So I wanted to make this video about keeping our minds centered on holiness and righteousness rather than on sinful living. So essentially, if our minds are inclined to want after what is not of God, then we essentially will go after the things that are not of God, because that's what we align our mindset on. But if we crucify basically our mind or our flesh, if we crucify our flesh and choose Christ, then we're putting to death the misdeeds, of course, of the body, like our fleshly mindset. I want to encourage you to be careful of having a sort of fleshly mindset like this, or carnal mindset, because the carnal mindset is an enmity against God, because it doesn't necessarily conform to God's law. And by what I mean by that is that because it doesn't conform to God's law, it doesn't because the flesh wants after what it wants and doesn't care necessarily. And if we have a mindset like that, it wouldn't matter to us whether or not we break God's law, and so we just would do so. But I wanted to encourage you to be careful of having this sort of mentality, and always try to strive after righteousness, strive to enter the narrow gate, as Jesus tells us to. We are called to deny our flesh and pick up our crosses and follow Christ daily. And no, it's not easy but to necessarily do that, but it's beneficial and it's necessary for us to strive for that. Jesus called us even to be perfect as our Heavenly Father is perfect, meaning that it's a very high bar that we must strive to, is essentially to, that Jesus is telling us to necessarily strive to enter the narrow gate. And strive, basically, we must strive in this world to follow Christ in all aspects of our lives, and to do the best we can to follow.